Hello there everyone and welcome to John Drinks, the channel in which I, John, have a drink. And today we're going to be looking at this. This is Dark Matter. This is a full-on Marmite rum. It doesn't actually have Marmite in it. What I mean is people either love it or hate it. This was, when it first came out, the only Scottish-made rum. There are now other examples. Wester is the one that comes to mind immediately. Lone Wolf as well, the Brewdog one. This was made in an area of Aberdeenshire called Banchory. I've been once. There was a golf course and the Falls of Fuch, or as we call them, the Falls of Puch. And that was about it, really. It's just kind of slightly sleepy sort of village. But this rum comes from there, which is nice. I'm gonna, full disclosure now, I love this rum. I think it's great. I've used it previously in cocktails, and there'll be a card. That one, that way. I'm getting used to this now, that way. Unless they get rid of cards, in which case it'll be in the description. Maybe. Probably won't be, actually. I'm pretty bad for that. Just find it yourself, it's fine. So anyway, this is Dark Matter. I have here a little 50 centilitre bottle because it was cheaper than a full one. And I don't need a full 70 cl. I'm surprised I haven't covered this already. Except I kind of have, well, I haven't, but I have. I've covered their liqueur. It was the chocolate orange one, there'll be, again. And it wasn't that good. Way too sweet. Way too sweet. I mean, I get it, you know, chocolate orange liqueur. You're expecting it to be a little bit sweet, but compared to like the sort of nuance that this has, I was just like, whoa, we went completely the other direction here. That's weird. So I've not gone back to any of their liqueurs. They do a rhubarb one and a mocha one, and I was kind of intrigued, but then I remembered what the chocolate orange was like, and I was like, nah, burn me once. But I'm still a fan of this. One of the good things that did come out of the liqueurs actually is they started making 50 centilitre bottles, so they just started bottling their rum in 50 cls as well, if you don't want to pay full price. So that's good. I've tried to do a bit of research on this stuff, and it refuses to yield its exact contents, so the exact spices that are in there. However, it does say, it's really going heavy on the lab theme, by the way, so it's a bit much, to be honest. Molecular engineering in Scotland. Essence is just this random collection of dots that mean nothing. Distilled by Dark Matter Distilleries. Burn of Benny Road, Banchory, Aberdeen, if you're ever visiting that way. And it says, logic, our curiosity drives us while science inspires us. Combining knowledge and imagination, we obsessively pursue flavour through systematic study, observation and experiment. And their experiments were to chuck a load of sugar on top of it, which, okay. Spiced rum can usually go one of two ways. It's either way too fucking sweet, or the alcohol's too crap. Alright, so I've poured myself a good slug there. The colour is a hue lighter than the Kraken. Look kind of similar in the bottle, but it is definitely a lighter coloured liquid overall. If I hold it up to the lights there, it's definitely more of kind of like a, kind of like a rich burgundy kind of a colour, almost. Here, there's like quite a reddish tint to that. It's quite an attractive colour, actually. Now, this is where it gets you. On the nose, you're like, oh, God almighty. It is like being hit in the face with nutmeg, clove, cinnamon, bit of cardamom in there as well. It's difficult to pick out, but there's like a freshness to it as well. There's something a little lemongrassy about it. Pink peppercorns. White pepper as well, like the cheap ground stuff that you get in like little plastic tubs. There's like a faint essence of vanilla in there, but it's the spice. Absolutely front and centre, it's the spice. Which is where a lot of spiced rums kind of fall flat. They almost forget about the spice in favour of sweet. And while this does have sugar in it, duh, there's no mistaking where the focus is, and is the spices. It's gingerbread in a glass. I think this stuff is absolutely magnificent. I've given it to people and they've been repulsed by it. I've given it to people and they have been mesmerised by it. So that's how I know it is a very divisive rum. You're either going to really like it or be like, what the fuck is this? But to me, it's freshly baked gingerbread, not like the hard biscuit stuff that you make houses out of, the like sticky, luxurious stuff with like bicarbonate. And it just sticks around. There's like lashings of golden syrup in there. And there's cinnamon, there's clove, loads of ginger. A little bit of like vanilla custard on the finish. Although that might be to do with the fact that I drank Advoca fairly recently, so that might be skewing me a little bit. It's not overbearing, it's not cloying, it's just right. And the warmth coming from the spices is beautiful. It really is. I think it's the perfect Christmas rum. And I'm not being paid to say that. I fell in love with this rum a few years ago, and it's been sort of one of the ones that I tell people about, and I go, have you tried that? Have you given it a go? And then people pass it over because they don't know what it is, or because Captain Morgan's is cheaper, or because they've tried Kraken already, or because they know what they like and they're just going to chuck Coke in it anyway, so who gives a fuck? Well, here we are. We're going to have some Coke in this. This is Alba Cola. You probably can't tell that I'm recording these back to back with the Kraken one to all use the same can of Coke because I'm thrifty like that. It's £1.20 for a can. I mean, come on, I'm going to get my most out of it. The cat is out the window. Should I let him in? I should let him in, shouldn't I? I'll be 2 takes. Come in, my strange four-legged child. Oh. Really? Well, tell me more about your adventures later. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Hey. Oh, guest appearance time. Oh, soggy moggy. Is it raining out there? Yeah? You covering up the microphone? You probably can't hear any of this, can you? Hello? Hey. How are you? Talk amongst yourselves, I'll be a minute. Hey, you're going to tell me about your adventures? You've not killed anything, have you? The neighbours will be furious with me. I've not even met the neighbours yet. That'd be a fun first introduction. Are you away? Alright. Where was I? Oh yes, rum. Yes. The cat is a very distracting influence. Thumb this video if the cat gladdens your heart. Because he does mine, so. The spices are a lot more muted now. They've gone to the back. It's almost like they're being held back by the cola. But there's not a great deal of the cola coming through either. It's almost like they've cancelled each other out. It's like a black hole and a white hole crashed into each other. Or you plugged up a white hole with a planet. Yeah, I'm referencing Red Dwarf, what of it? Doesn't work. I'm going to say it here and now. These are 2 products, both of which individually I think are great. Put them together, no. No, no, no. Does not work at all. The rum's been killed. And most of the flavour of the cola has also kind of just disappeared. It's weird because they've both got really strong flavour profiles, and it's like neither can get the attention it needs, so they both just gave up. All that beautiful warming spice is gone. It's nowhere to be found. And the cola's kind of gone sort of flat flavour-wise. It's still fizzy, so, you know, not literally flat, but in terms of, like, the flavour it normally has. I'll tell you what. Cola nut, heather, that artificial sweetener because it's a diet one, but yeah, they've ruined each other. Do not mix this rum with Coke. Do you know, I would go so far as to say don't mix it. I don't think it needs it. I really don't. I think you are taking something that does not need improving in any way, and you are watering it down, diluting it, changing it up. Normally if you're mixing with the spirit, it's because you want to sort of mask what you've got with another flavour, if we're all being honest with ourselves. Sometimes it adds to it a little bit if it's got a flavour or something like that, like a raspberry vodka or something, but with something like this, it's the last thing you want to do. You have it on its own and you sip it. This is a fantastic rum for a whiskey drinker who wants something a little bit spicy for the winter. This could make kind of like a great pivot gift. If you've got somebody who's like, they're a whiskey drinker and they're wanting to get into their rums, or you just kind of want to fuck with their head a little bit and be like, here, try something else. It's a great one. Comment down below, have you tried any of the Dark Matter range? Do you like gingerbread? Either form is acceptable. I won't be a gingerbread racist today. Where did that come from? Thumb this video because Mo was in it, and do join me next time where I'll be drinking something else.